Sunday morning at the allotment. It's lovely and sunny again, it's 15 degrees. We've got David's dad with us again today. And the whole site is filled with people today. And we've seen quite a few babies that Matilda can make friends with. Just come to check on the onions. There are quite a few that have been pulled up, so I don't think I've put them in hard enough. This garlic's been pulled up. Once I've got my gloves on, I'll have to go around and cover them all a bit more, I think. Damn you birds. Oh, I did see one a second ago and I can't find it. Oh, but look at this, ladies and gents. Ladies and gents. Growth. Woo.
Hello, Amy.
Hello.
Amy's weeding in the sun.
Came here the other day with Matilda, and it was freezing cold, and she turned blue and was crying a lot. So we stayed for about 15 minutes. No, actually, we did about 15 minutes worth of work. Stayed for about 2 hours, and then went home. We only did that little line there. So come back today.
You've already done more than that.
Yep.
So
Planning to get the whole one dug over today. And David and Paul are doing the shed roof. Some nails.
Grandad's back with some nails. There's lots of these nice flowers all over this one here, which I think look nice, but Amy has told me they are weeds.
I think it's chickweed.
Chickweed, possibly. Does anyone know? We don't know.
I don't care, I just don't want it there anymore.
What's going in this bed, Ames? On the
I don't
master
know.
plan?
I'd have to consult the plan. It might be potatoes.
Oh.
I can't remember. Tildy's having a lunch now, so I'm going to be able to go and actually get some digging done. She's got her peanut butter and banana sandwiches and her raisins. Is that nice? Oh, it's not gone, it's there. Nice. It's 20 degrees in my shed. Woo! Things can germinate. Right, so I've been doing this bed very slowly by hand. Getting there, I'll get it finished today. And David and Paul have dug over another bed over here, not by hand, so it's been done very quickly and it's good. Hopefully all the weeds are out. Going to inspect. Oh, look at this. What's this, viewers? A lot of roots.
There are lots of roots. It needs to be by hand.
What's this? Roots.
That's dirty. 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 Dirty stuff.
See, Matilda's getting some fun out of the gravel. It's Matilda's beach. She loves the poorly done gravel, don't you, Tild? Yeah.
We had a this before. We had a ready. We had a steady. We had a go.
Oh, good face. We've got a beautiful new shed roof now. So all it needs doing now is to paint the shed. I've just been having something to eat and going through all my seeds, putting them in order of when they all need to be planted. I'm trying to resist the urge to plant a load of stuff because I haven't really got anywhere to put it. And we're going away for the week in a few weeks' time, so I'm trying to hold off until then, really, when we get back. So yeah, they're all in the right order now. And I've been working on my plan. Because when I did this, you can't really see it. When I did this plan originally, things were just put in random places, but now I'm sort of putting them... What am I doing? What am I saying? Yeah, when I did this plan originally, I just sort of put things wherever they could go. Right. Yeah, I've been working on my plan. When I originally did it, I just would put whichever vegetable needed a certain amount of space, depending on the size of that bed. But now I'm having to change things around, and because realistically, not everything is going to be dug over within the next few weeks. It's going to take another month or two. So obviously things like butternut squash, sweet corn, they don't need to go out yet. So the beds that have been dug over first, I'm sort of reallocating things now. So this bed here according to my plan, will be peas and beans. It was meant to be broccoli, cabbage and swede, but I'm now putting that there because it's a bit bigger. So yeah, this is going to be peas and beans. We've got dwarf French beans to go in there, 2 types of peas and broad beans. I'm not growing runner beans this year because I grew them last year and nobody likes runner beans. Nobody. I had like 2 wigwams of them and I had a big fence covered in them and we just had to live off runner beans and I swear nobody even likes them. So it's just going to be peas, French beans and broad beans this year. So they should all fit quite nicely into this bed. It's nice to be able to visualise it. So then, where's this archway going now? There's going to be an arch here, over this area, to sort of break it up a bit, break up the fruit area from the rest. We'll have to pretend peas are a fruit. So then, yeah, this bed will be the broccoli, cabbage and swede. I'm not going to go mental with it. I'm just doing purple sprouting broccoli, a few swedes and some, I think, Savoy cabbage. I think I was just disheartened because when I've tried to do broccoli last time, they either all went to seed or they all got club root, so forget it, broccoli. We'll just do purple sprouting broccoli and hope for the best. So then, moving forward, we're going to have obviously onions and garlic there. In front of the onions and garlic we're going to have chard and spinach to be, and after the spinach is finished I'm going to cover it back with fill the space in with leeks. Obviously, as you can see, that's one of the worst patches, but that's fine because the chard and spinach I'm going to start inside and then put out. And I've also decided to grow chard and spinach together with the leeks because when it comes around to winter, they'll still be in the ground, so I'm trying to grow everything in sort of one area that'll still be in the ground, so I'm not running all over the plot. Here we're going to have potatoes, but I'm looking now, and I don't know if there's already been potatoes here recently. Do you see? All these bits. So maybe that'll have to be changed if there are potatoes in there. Is to be more potatoes? Maybe we're going too far. I might not put potatoes in all of them, but maybe 1.5 beds of potatoes because we did use a lot last year. We have a lot of family. Here, the bed I'm digging over today is going to be courgettes and lettuce. Courgettes do need a lot of space, but they do take a while to get going, so I'm going to put 2 or 3, maybe 4 courgette plants around the outsides, and then all in between I'm going to grow the full-size lettuces. And I think what I'm going to do with the seed bed is not have it as a seed bed. I think I'm going to use that for the cut and come again salad leaves and spring onions, and maybe radishes, even though I don't like them. So I think the seed bed is actually going to be a salad bed, apart from the lettuces which are going in here. And then this bed, patch from hell, which needs some, actually we better do that quite soon. This patch from hell is going to be carrots, spring onions and parsnips. So the parsnips will be able to stay in quite a while. And then next to those we have, in this patch, which isn't actually that big, I don't know about this now, this patch here, this little patch, is going to be the butternut squash and corn, and I'm going to try and do it the American way, in the Three Sisters planting method, where you do it with beans as well, or peas, but I'm not going to do it that way, so we're having 2 sisters. So we're going to have the corn in the middle, because it takes up space but upright, and the butternut squash, the whole idea is the butternut squash takes up space but sort of sprawling. So you have the butternut squash on the floor and then the corn growing upright in the middle, and then back in the day in America they used to grow the beans up the corn using it as support, so maybe I'll do it for shits and giggles anyway. And then in the front here, obviously this is going to be my flower bed, which is sort of already a flower bed, so that's good. So things are coming together. Right, I haven't finished digging over that patch because I've just not got the time to do it. it's been like an hour and a half and I just looked at my phone and I'm meant to be home by now to meet my friends. So I'm going to have to leave it. There's only a little bit left, so I'll just finish it next time. I've got to plant these pine berries before I go though, because I don't want to have bought them and then they just die. I ordered them off eBay. I'll put a link underneath the video if anyone wants to buy any. Pine berries, they look like a strawberry but white, and they sort of taste like pineapple. So yeah, I thought I'd grow those. They are going in the ground next to the strawberry patch, but for now they're going to have to go into these pots that are just way not big enough. So, but I'm sure they'll survive for a few weeks. There we go. Pine berries are all in their 2 small pots, and I'll move them in a few weeks into bigger pots or into the ground. And now it's time for me to go home. Hi everyone, I've just come to check on how the seedlings are doing. Okay, so when was it? A week or so ago I planted peppers, cucumbers and tomatoes. Well, nothing at all is coming up in these pots, these little peat ones, and every time I water them it's just bone dry straight away. So I don't know if it's the pots. I've just watered them again now, but I can guarantee you, like within half an hour, it's going to be really dry again. I have looked around to see if there are seeds there, and I've not forgot to put them in. There are there. Anyway, these ones, the tomatoes, if you remember I put 3 into each pot. Well, I remember doing it and I've watched the video back and I did put 3 into each pot, I'm sure I did. But, look, that's not 3. That's not 3. That's not 3. So, I just don't know what I've done. The only thing I can think of is like why some of those aren't coming up but some of these are. Maybe when I was distracted by Matilda or filming, I accidentally put double the amount of seeds in here, and maybe some of these are peppers and not tomatoes, but they all look like tomatoes to me. They haven't got that tomatoey smell on the leaves yet, so I don't really know what to do, because I don't know. I'll have to just pop them all on and keep them and see what they actually turn into now. So I'm going to have to space these out. And they're all getting a bit leggy already, so I don't know what to do with them because it's too cold for them in the little greenhouse at the allotment. But they're just going to get too gangly if I keep them here. But anyway, at least they're growing. We have growing success. Kitchen. We have a lot of marigolds that Matilda sowed. I should have done them successionally really, but I just gave her the packet of seeds and the compost and the pots, and she actually did it herself. So we're going to have plenty of marigolds for all the companion planting at the allotment. Hi Tilds, you got your wellies on today? Me and Matilda have decided to brave the allotment again on our own today. Decided to bring the pram with us in the hope she'll sleep in it. And I brought her lunch as well. Are you digging? Dig, dig, dig. That's the mug in there. Oh. Shut some of this grass in. Horrible grass. Horrible grass. Oh. Do you want to mix it? Well, that's her occupied for 2 minutes. So, today, it's National Sow a Flower Day or something along those lines. So, we're going to do just that. And we're going to sow a row of night-scented stock along here. And I'm also sowing some of the flower seeds at home today, which can't be sown outside just yet, which will eventually go into the front bed. Pine berries from the other day looking a bit less than lively. Checking on the seeds, I've just given them a little bit of water. That's the only reason I've come down today really, because I was a bit paranoid that they would have dried out. Hiya Tilds, I don't think the man can hear you, baby. But we have quite a number of sweet peas coming through, so that's good news. And also some thyme. I don't think I can see any of the other herbs yet coming through. Hello? No leaks of... Oh, actually. There we go. Can you see it? Where has it gone? Tiny, tiny, tiny leak. Right, structure making has started. What am I sewing here? In this square we're going to have broad beans. These ones actually grow quite tall compared to the ones I've grown in the past, so they're going to be going on quite a tall frame. I'm not sure how yet. We've got Oregon Sugar Pod Mange 2, which also grow quite tall. We've got dwarf French beans, and we've got pea early onward, which are quite... They don't grow over 60 centimetres. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing 2 lots of nets like this, which are going to be for the shorter ones. And then I'm going to do 2 frames, I think, for the ones which are going to grow taller. And I'm going to have it around a frame on each corner of the bed, and then a path into the middle. Are you eating your cheese? Are you having dinner? Right, so far we've got one of the small nets in. I did it a bit too close to the edge, so then I decided to pull it back like that in the middle, which looks like I've done it for effect. So if anybody else asks, I've done it as a snazzy design. I'm just putting up my frame for French beans there, and then I'm going to have a net on the other side and another frame on that side. What are you doing? Oh dear, there's raisins everywhere now. How to keep the baby from playing in the newly constructed frames, and how to keep the baby from pulling up the onions and garlic. Kate's here.
What are you doing?
Filming you. For my allotment video.
What, in my Motley Crue t-shirt?
Yeah, in your Motley Crue t-shirt.
People will think I'm actually a fan.
Are you not? Why have you got a Motley Crue t-shirt?
I am a fan, really. Secret.
Matilda has refused to go to sleep. Kate's fixing my frame for me whilst I tend to the beast.
Figure of 8 knot.
Beautiful, Kate. Beautiful. Right. We're going home now.
Going home!
I've not done all of them. I've not done all the frames, but I've done 2 nets either side and 1 frame for the peas and little makeshift stepping stones to get through, be able to pick the peas and beans without touching the soil. Thank you for watching another episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye.